think the fair thing to say today is that I have a lot in my mind, and I apologize in advance for everything I'm going to unload today. I would like to speak on my experience coming back from Togo. I have to say we have so much to learn from a place like Rwanda and a place like Ivory Coast. Now, I am in no way saying these places are perfect, and the fact that I'm even inclined to have to make that statement is a testimony of the kind of mindset I've come across when I was in Togo. I was deeply touched by the hospitality in Rwanda. I was deeply impressed by the open-mindedness that I've experienced in Ivory Coast. And I was deeply saddened by how backward our own people were in Togo. See, I've gotten used to a lot of things in my life, and one of them was acceptance, and that made me adaptable. I had to learn that if you are going to be the person that defies society in any way, you have to be comfortable being alone. Even though when I talk about it, it may sound like a badge of honor, it truly isn't. The need to be around people is virtually a survival instinct. And what it does to your body is gruesome. Like the tiredness that you experience from not being around people, the lack of connection that makes you literally feel like you're alone on an island. The lack of belonging that literally makes you feel like you're not worthy. And the trick is to convince yourself that that's just an illusion, that is actually not true. I got comfortable doing me. That's really what it means. And to where you hear people say, you're doing this for attention, you're doing this for XYZ, and you can barely have an opinion about anybody if you don't know them. That takes me back to Togo. It feels like everything that is inside of Togo is so important to Togolese people that the way that they see themselves going up the ladder or progressing in life is through the validation of what they've already known. And I'm a master of wanting to shock people in order to see how much they would reveal about themselves. But even then, the sense of community that you'll find in Togo is so weird that rather than challenging you and competing with you, they are going to work actively to make you fall back into the norm of expectation so that you could graduate through the rank of society based on the rules that they've established themselves, even though these rules only apply to Togo. Now, I'm not trying to paint a green picture here. I'm just stating what I've observed. Because I've also seen people trying their best to overcome challenges, but they're still in their early stages of their life. The most detrimental thing that I've seen in Togo were people's ability to react so quickly, and I would even say in a fraction of a second speed. They would be the first to tell you everything that is wrong and nothing that is right. If you have vision, if you have dreams, if you have things that you want to accomplish, if you speak big dreams, you will find that in a place like Togo, you cannot vocalize these things unless you are in a crowd of people that think similarly. And that is the problem. Very easy for people that are seeds of growth to literally be covered by all of their surrounding. And because there is no sunlight coming to them, they never get a chance to actually sprout and grow and provide nourishment to people around them. That's the reason why I say that mindset is actually very dangerous, because for as long as we are still stuck in those ways of doing things, for as long as we're still stuck in not accepting each other's differences, for as long as we're still stuck in thinking life only function that way, for as long as we make Togo our box and we stop thinking outside of the box, we're always going to be this receding society stuck in a make-believe utopia that only works for the people that are too stupid to be creative and come out of their own box. And I'm not saying that to shit on people, no. I hope it pisses off enough people for them to actually get up and think. Because I do believe that people change mostly when they are very, very upset. But for a country as small as Togo, count 8 to 9 million, how do we take on a place in the world with this kind of mindset? Like, we cannot even afford to even think like that. We're a place of opportunity. Now, I am hopeful. And that is the only reason why I still have a lot of optimistic outlook for Togo. That once enough people, despite the pushback that you may receive from society, continue to power through and be leaders in what it feels like to provide something essential to society and benefit from it, and keep on reinvesting in that society and strengthen infrastructure, guide the younger generation to actually do better, make people believe in their dreams, and provide a space where we can all be different and accept each other. I think it's attainable, but these people have to come and really be brave enough to be different. Look, if you feel different, and I don't mean special, I mean different, as in you can look at something and literally see a way that it could be done better. And every time you try to speak up, you have the feeling that people don't want to let you talk. Mostly because they don't understand what you're saying, but if you happen to be that person, trust me, there are many more like you that are going through the same thing. One day you're going to grow and you're going to run into people that think like you. And you guys are going to do amazing things together. And for what the world is right now, it is what it is. Like, the most ridiculous thing I've seen about Togo was this. You called somebody pretty, somebody's going to make a comment and say, does that mean that the person is not pretty? Like, people do not believe in individual praise. If you're praising somebody, that must mean that you're insulting somebody else. You don't need to speak much to offend people in Togo. And somebody told me, I should learn how to cry. I wonder why. Why should I learn how to cry? I learn how to control my emotion. Why do you want me to go back to the last grade? Somebody told me I should learn how to grow my interpersonal skills. Well, I know how to use my interpersonal skills in places that makes me money. I don't need to refine my craft for a group that don't provide me anything. Someone told me I did not know what it felt like to lose a mother because my mom is still alive. I found that very weird because if I have empathy for the fact that you lost your mother, like, I think the right thing to say is thank you, not challenge me on how you felt. Like, if I speak about it many years after your mother passed away, that literally means that's how much I care about your mom. I didn't forget about her. But the only thing that you want to come back at me with is I will never know what it feels like to lose a mother. We're very far in Togo, and I hope I'm talking to the right person here because it's honestly because of somebody like you that things could be better. So with that said, there is a lot of work to do. I am not opposed to a good challenge.